Hello, fellow wanderers. I'm Endri, and thank you for joining me as we wander through some more Final Fantasy III. So, I kind of realized somewhere along the way that it doesn't really matter if I gain levels climbing the tower, because we aren't going to keep them when we load our last save to go do the super boss anyway. So, I did get up to level 60 on everybody. Means I won't have to level grind while I'm in here because the last boss does hit pretty hard, and I don't have super cool level 28 speedrun strats that I'm using, so there's always that. I did get Save the Queen for the night. 140 attack, gives you some vitality, and can cast Reflect when used in combat. This is your point of no return. Do not go past here unless you are ready to go to the end of the game. Here we go. Anyway, I did my leveling as Devouts. The best place I found to do that is actually the second room of Bahamut's Cave. And we're about to be cursed. And I think we're about to experience a Final Fantasy trope. But we'll find out. Oh no. We're cursed by the dragons. We can't move. We'll be stuck here forever. What's this? Voices in our heads! Hey, it's Doga. They did kind of mention that they're immortal. Yeah. So we need 5 souls that possess hearts of pure light. I wonder if we know 5 people. Well, let's see who Doga digs up, shall we? So let's see here. Princess Sarah. Cid. A lot of our party members. Oh, wait, we could get Prince Alice, I think was his name. Should be able to get him to help. And let's see here. Who else? Well, Desh is dead, so that's a problem. Oh, but there's 4 of those old men. Maybe they would help, one of them at least. Or maybe they're so old they only have a quarter heart each, so we combine them all? Yeah, I don't know. It's not important, is it? Yep. So, fair warning, I am level 60, and I do have really good weapons. And lots of class and lots of job levels on 2 of my guys. So I'm probably going to make short work of the next boss. Why are we here? Desh jumped into molten lava. No. No game. No. Yeah, that's it. See, look around. There's nobody here, Doga. Move on. Nope, he's gone. What? No! How did he... No, no. That's okay. Yeah, Desh is alive. It took him all of this time to repair the reactor, but he did it. And here we go. So we're getting him. So I'm pretty sure that Prince Alice will be one of the next ones, and I think it's the 4 heroes of light or the 4 fake heroes of light who will be our next person, but I could be wrong. We'll see. That was an awfully long bow. And strange old man's going to appear in the castle, and nobody's going to stab him immediately. Wouldn't really do them much good. He knows flair. He would wreck their faces off. Pardon me as I take a drink while this cutscene plays. All right, King Alice, not Prince. King Alice. Whoops, my bad. Is it the 4? Is it the 4 warriors of light, or just one of them who takes the spirit of the full group or something? Honestly, could you just grabbed all 4 of them and just yeah, just saved yourself a bunch of travel then? You know, you have 4 of them right there. Well, whatever. Yep, 4 is 1, 1 is 4, whatever. We're all good. So I believe that's all 5 of our people that we need for this Final Fantasy trophy to be complete. But don't worry, we will see it again one day. Yeah, that's our names. We have to jump into a mirror. Okay. So yeah, this is the point of no return. Once you've stepped up to this mirror, you are done. You don't get to leave no more. Why this mirror is here, I don't really know. I don't think Circus Tower is supposed to belong to the darkness. But, well, this, looks a little ominous. But don't worry, we're not done with D&D. Final Fantasy plot contrivances quite yet. There will be a few more before the end of this. Who is that? Well, we kind of know who that is. Oh, boy, mortality did not sit well on you. So here we have Zonde. And, darkness is almost upon the world. Fair enough. And he wants his eternal life back. Because, you know, immortality is not a curse to him. Yeah, it's a little bit more impressive. This is Zonde. I'd like to tell you I know what he does. I don't. I don't remember. I do know he has a bunch of hit points. Should take us all of maybe 3 rounds to kill him. Maybe. We are faster than him. That's always nice. That's... yeah, okay. Dragoon felt it a little. Might as well just use the Elder Staff. We're gonna get a full heal after this anyway, I'm pretty sure. Ooh, nice. 32 hits. That's maximum. 27 hits. So my, yeah, my levels plus job levels have raised my agility high enough to basically max out. Ooh, Thundaga. Multi-target. Probably not going to do you a lot of good. It did better than I thought it would. We're kind of weak to magic. Oh, nope, 2 rounds. Well, that's it, folks. That was the final boss, Zonde. The villain we've been hunting this entire time. And why are you giving me XP and gold? Oh, no. No, Final Fantasy, don't do this to me. Please don't. Yup. So, here's a Final Fantasy trope that's lots of fun. Well, you should have already kind of seen this in Final Fantasy 1 with the whole chaos thing. Though technically the first boss was the final boss in Final Fantasy 1. In Final Fantasy 2, the last boss was the last boss. You just fought a stronger version of him. But unfortunately in this game, the villain you've been fighting the entire time, that's not the last boss. Nope. There was somebody else pulling the last boss's strings. This is the last boss. The Cloud of Darkness. So we're just going to go all in here. Note we did not get a full heal after that boss fight. Note that it does not matter. Bad breath. That's not good. Lightning. Well, we know that's never good. Particle beam? But that does... No, that's... Well, obviously we missed something. Nah. Time for Final Fantasy trope number 3? 3? Is this 3? The, we're all praying for you. Get up. Don't let them win. Trope, which we will definitely be seeing again in the future. Trust me. We will definitely be seeing that one in the future. It's kind of fun. Oh. I mean, I've been giving this game a lot of crap. I guess it's not fair to be one of the earlier games of the series to say, well, look at this trope, because, you know, it wasn't quite a trope at that point. And we get delicious, delicious immortality souls. Well, guess that's a thing. How did you all get through the mirror? You were holding the dragons at bay. Wouldn't the trap catch you then? Or because you're hearts of light, does that mean you're all good because there were 5 of you? Or what? No, I don't. It doesn't matter. They got in here somehow. Yeah, the darkness is very strong now. You don't say. It just particle cannoned to me. And apparently there is one great mega soul beyond that they finally get to go. So hey, all 3 disciples of Noah. It was Noah, right? Was it Noah? Well, they all get to die. Their immortality is gone. Which honestly is pretty much the best way that could have ended, because honestly, yeah. So I've never used this particular party configuration to beat the final boss. Which, yeah. Ooh, people. Uh-huh. Yep. Pretty sure we will. Yep, she said the same thing. I'm not really, but yeah, if we go back here, we can... Don't do us any good, and I'm pretty sure if we look at our magic, teleport's grayed out. You cannot leave, and you could not choose but to enter this once you reached the middle. And here we are. This is the world of darkness. And we're just going to go find stuff. We have to go to each of these 4 rooms here. Solve a little maze. This one has clouds of darkness on it that you can walk on. I don't have a map for this pulled up, so this is going to be fun. These all kind of loop together a little bit, which is actually really annoying. I should probably pull up the map for this, but since we're already here at the end, there are 4 treasure chests in this area. We do want to find them all. But since we're here, we should deal with this. Oh, it's a crystal. Yes, darkness, return to void. This whole void thing is a theme with the class games. But boss fight, one that should look really familiar from Final Fantasy 1 playthrough that I did. It's Echidna. And honestly, I don't remember. I think Echidna's much like the other fight against him, which I think means instant death attacks a lot. Ooh, there's a crit. That's going to be max damage. I don't know why I'm fire roddy with the white mage. There's just nothing better to do. Oh, Quake. Right, he's got Quake. Ow. Does go twice, too. So, okay. He's not a complete chump. However, we have 22 charges of Curaga. Or Curaga. However you want to put it. We're going to be okay. Pretty sure we are... Oh, we are not faster than him. This could hurt. Oh, nope, he missed. Good. Tornado takes you to 1 hit point or something like that. We would rather it not hit. Especially since I don't have ribbons for most of my people. I kind of actually need to fix that problem. And since it doesn't matter, I'm just going to keep Kuraging. We've got plenty of spell charges, and I'm fairly certain, like all bosses in this version of the game, We'll get a full heal once we're done with him. See what else he can do. But yeah, I think Echidna, or I keep saying him. I'm fairly certain I should be saying her, what she can do. Ooh, Drain, that could really hurt. Yep, that really hurt. Ouch. As you can see, these bosses do not mess around. You should be about level 55 fighting these. There are random encounters in here. We could level up some more. But there we go, that took care of Echidna. No problemo. And we get a bunch of gil and a bunch of XP. Cool. I'm not going to worry about finding every monster in this area. It's really not worth it. But here we find one of the Warriors of Dark. They all look the same. I guess they all got stuck as like Dark Knights. I don't know. Well, anyway, yeah. The Warriors of Dark were the ones who came around before and, yeah, stopped the light from going out of control. And so now we need to recruit them to help us deal with the cloud of darkness, as it were. So we can head back out here. And let's see if I can find the chest in this area. I want to say it's up here. But I don't know for sure. But hey, oh, here we go. Some enemies. I don't have the bestiary pulled up right now. These are Kages. So I'm not going to give you any fun information about them. They're Kages. They're fast. They're ninjas. Pretty sure they can poison, among other things. Oh, there's a map that'll work. And yeah, they go down pretty easy. So what are we looking at here? Really, what are we looking at here? This room is confusing. This doesn't look at all correct for the version I'm playing. Anywho, pretty sure those Kage have like exactly 10,000 hit points or something ridiculous. Here we go. Ribbon, but it's a trap. It's Xande. Xande's clone. So he also has a clone. Good to know. I don't think he's going to be all that hard to kill. Yeah. All these bosses, all the wing bosses have 99,999 hit points. Good to know. Which is why they actually take a little while to kill. Xande's clone here is nothing spectacular. He does go twice, as you saw, but much like the clones of the other disciples of Noah, he is significantly weaker the second time around. But not a pushover. He is still a boss. Ow. Oof. Hurts the ninja a lot. Hurts the ninja a lot. There we go. Normal enemy. No boss refill on hit points this time. But we got a ribbon. Ribbons are nice. I'm going to equip them on everybody. They're not as good defensively, but they have all elemental damage, which is actually kind of handy to have. So let's navigate our way through the mists and head on out of here. Each wing has one boss and one ribbon. Hello. Jormungand. Let's go ahead and heal up a little bit. Suppose while I'm automatically going through the battle, I could pull up the bestiary to pull up a little information here. He's going to cast Protect. Don't really care. As you can see, we're not too threatened here. Normal enemy, 30,000 hit points, has Protect and Quake, Can drop Chocobo's Wraths, which are nice. Yeah, could drop some interesting stuff. You can steal some interesting stuff from him too. If you need battle items, which is kind of neat. So if you brought a thief and a scholar in here, you wouldn't be completely useless. Just mostly. Just mostly useless. A lot of hit points though, 30,000 for a normal enemy. Let's head over here, shall we? Come on. And we've got more fog bridges, but there's no special paths here. It's pretty straightforward. This map, by the way, is significantly different than the map for the NES version. Hi, Shadow Master. You're a thing? Alright, well, let's actually look these up, shall we? Let's see here. Kage has 12,000 hit points. Drops Chocobo's Wrath, can blind and poison with hit. Not too difficult, but that blind and poison can be a little bit annoying. How are we doing? Ah, we'll still be okay. So we want to go this way first. Another Xande's clone. Didn't feel like you need to watch me fight him again. Keep in mind, Xande's clone does have Meteor, and like, he has 39,000 hit points. So keep that in mind. Ribbon also prevents all status ailments, so another nice thing about grabbing them. Shadow Master, by the way, has 10,000 hit points, can inflict blind on hit, and can cast Protect. On Echidna, by the way, one thing to note, I was correct. Can cast Death, can cast Tornado. We saw Tornado. Tornado is just a really... can reduce you to low hit points, but has a really high miss chance. Nobody's really hurt. So who are we fighting this time? Well, let's find out today. This will be our final resting place. So who is it? There's 4 of you. We've got 3 left to pick from. We're getting Cerberus. Aw, that's adorable. Let's take a look at Cerberus's stats. Like all of them, he has 99,999 hit points. He can cast Firaga, Blizzaga, and Thundaga. Can attack 3 times per turn and can inflict poison. Kind of nasty. Yeah, he could definitely hurt us. 3 attacks per round is not my favorite thing in the world to see. That being said, I'm pretty sure we can out-heal his damage. That's going to be a max hit. Oh! Double ow. Keep in mind, everyone except for the Knight currently has really good resistance against elemental magic. So the multi-target magical attacks aren't really that bad with ribbons equipped. They're not great, but they're not terrible. It is going to take us a little while to beat him down, though. We do, by the way, also have 13 charges of Kiraja, so let's just show that off, because why the heck not? This is not going to take 13 rounds to do. So what does Kiraja heal for? A really long animation, and not even max hit points. Kind of surprised. Alright, attack number 1 is Thundaga. That's not too bad. Physical attack against a back row member. Double against the white mage. I think we're doing pretty good in that regard. I'm not gonna take the long animation time of doing a Kiraja if I don't have to. This is one thing. keep in mind my Devout's level is really low for class level, so his spells are not very powerful. It's one thing to keep in mind about magic casters, is their class level is a big determinant of how effective their spells are. Another Warrior of the Dark, okay. Yep. All about that balance of light and dark. Tell me if you guys have heard this plot line before. And yep, the void is the beginning and the end, and yeah. And, of course, hope is the power to fight back against the void. Yes. Also, you know, the world of darkness is like 5 rooms big. It's not much of a world. I mean, it's pretty tiny. I wonder what the rest of the world of dark looks like, because there's got to be more than this. Anyway, yeah, this is just, it's weird that the world of darkness is really not much of a world. I mean, I get it. It's the final dungeon of the game. It doesn't need to be an actual second world, but still. It's just a bunch of floating crystal blocks. Whatever. Anyway, let's move on to the next couple bosses. This is not a long dungeon. The random encounter rate's having fun with me, but it's not a long dungeon. Alrighty then. This is a very linear path. Very linear. Oh, we got a new enemy. You are Queen Scylla, I believe. You are, in fact, Queen Scylla. I'm actually using Aeroaga because I can. 34,000 hit points. Knows all the Aga spells. Gets 2 attacks per turn. And yeah. Not really a big problem, honestly. So I'm just gonna keep whacking at her. No, don't Kiraga. Just do Kiraga. We've got so many spell charges we can burn through. We're gonna need those for the last boss, though. So another one of the tougher enemies in this area, but goes down okay. I've actually seen most of the enemies in the World of Darkness. And the reason I don't really care if we see them all is because, well, I mean, what's it going to matter? We can't save our progress here. We can't leave to go check our bestiary. So yes, to get a 100% bestiary achievement, you have to beat the Iron Giant, then beat the game. Another Zonde clone down. It's weird. They give you 5 ribbons in this game. You lose 8 defense, but I think it's worth the resistances that we get from the ribbon. Anyway, like I said, this is a very linear path. Not even any clouds. And here we go. Next one up. And what do you have to say to us? Darkness flood the world, return us to void. Yada yada yada. Devour our meager light. Yada yada yada. And you do what? Two-headed dragon. I don't actually know what this guy does. I just flat out don't. Go ahead and haste the ninja. Why not? She's not maxing out her hit count right now, so can't hurt to do. No one hit max damage that round. Boo. Yeah, I don't know what he does. He attacks twice per turn, and he has really good physical attack value. Hey, Endri, you wanna open your mouth again? So there's your answer. He hits really hard. Wow. Only 6,000 damage even with all those hits. So let's talk about the path not taken. Oof. Oof. Okay, he hits really hard. I forgot how hard he hits. He is definitely tough. He is a tough boy. I will give him that. He is a tough boy. I'm going to actually do a single target Kiraga on you. There we go. That was a good hit. That was also a good hit. Anyway, path not taken. Normally, ow. Ow. He can supposedly inflict silence on hits? Maybe? Huh. Doesn't matter. We're immune to all status ailments, as one would expect, and honestly, I don't need that big of a heal. So, honestly, his thing is he just hits really hard, which kind of sucks. And of course, like all of these bosses, he has an absolute ton of hit points, so we just have to kind of endure the beating for a few rounds. Hopefully he doesn't crit the ninja there. That would make me sad. Otherwise, we're not really in any great danger from him. And he's done. Cool. And we get our full heal and all of our... Yeah, that's the thing is, because you get the full heal and all of that, it's not really a big deal to fight the bosses in here. You're pretty well set. Hi, next Warrior of Darkness. Yep, we know. Uh-huh. Kept by 4 crystals. Crystals of wind, water. Yep, Uh-huh. Light of the 2 of those crystals was sealed. Okay. Because of this, balance between light and darkness shifted. Okay. Gave birth to the cloud of darkness. Okay. Turn the world to the void. Tried to steal the 2 remaining crystals. Uh-huh. Didn't happen. We kind of stopped that. By the way, that he is serious. We need to have the combined powers of light and darkness. If we were to go fight the Cloud of Darkness right now, we would lose. Yeah. Don't want to fight the Cloud of Darkness yet. But we're almost done. Have to get out of here and do one more wing. I do wish it teleported you back to the center after each wing. The walking out part's kind of irritating. It's not like these enemies are particularly hard. We do, I think in the center of the area, when we're not in these little side paths, you can encounter recolors of the 4 bosses of the wings. Substantially weaker, of course. But we have yet to do so. Oh well. Last area, last ribbon, last boss. And this area is pretty straightforward, actually. And that's all the ribbons. And let me guess. I still don't have the achievement for beating all the treasure chests, do I? I don't. I don't know why. That should have been the last chest. I've checked them all off. I'm not sure why I never get that one. Whatever. One of you can let me know if I missed one, I'm sure. Oh, who am I kidding? No one watches these videos. I'm doing them for my own sake at this point. Okay. Who do we have? I know who we have. We've only got one choice left. This should be Ahriman, who has Petrify attacks. Can do Meteor, Quake, Faraga, all sorts of stuff. He's actually kind of nasty. Yeah, we're not going to have too much of a problem. And apparently in the NES version, he's a much more difficult boss fight because he has a ton of hit points. We've got ribbons on everybody, so this guy is probably going to just die. He is weak to wind, by the way, which means the Dragoon is going to wreck his face off. I mean, the Dragoon was always going to do that, but yeah. Heck, even my White Mage gets to have a little bit of fun with this fight. Alright, single target Blizzaga, that's painful. And physical attack on the Dragoon. Okay. That's fine. Alright, enough messing around with the white mage. Let's go ahead and get a proper cure out. Just because. Anyway, yeah, I haven't done a final battle with this party composition. I normally use a bard. Bard is disgusting. They have a particular harp that does percentage-based damage out of an enemy's current hit points. And when you're max bard level, it does every enemy for 9,999 damage for like the first 4 turns. It just chews through enemy hit points. It's actually really fantastic. I love the bard class in this game. It is quite good, very good, overpowered, I would say. Actually, extremely overpowered. Not you say that about bards, but bards in this game, they are super overpowered. So I wonder what chest I missed. Guess I'll never know. I guess I will never know. That's gonna drive me up a wall. Oh well. Yep, one of the 4 stopped the flood of light. Yep. And coexisted stuff. Huh, separate link between the world and the sun. Huh. So that's how we stop time. Good to know, I guess. How do I not have all the treasure chests? What treasure chest could I have possibly missed? I guess it doesn't matter at this point. I could have missed one climbing the tower? Oh, I doubt that. Anyway, there's the crystal. Alright, time to head to the final area. Wondering where I missed a chest. Whatever. So sorry if you were following the guide, you didn't get your update right there. For the chest, I swear I picked them all up. But yeah, I picked up all the important ones. If you're an achievement hunter, you will have figured out where I went wrong on your own, I'm certain. You can now go to the center and head towards the final boss, which is this path of crystals with a nice little beam going between them that tells you which way you can go, which means it's not really a maze or anything. Oh, hello Cerberus Recolor. This is Garm. Hi Garm. How are you doing, Garm? He is, he's not too bad. Weaker version of Cerberus, basically. I don't imagine he'll live long. Nope, he's gone. Good chunk of XP. I'll take those job levels while I can get them too. Alright, well there's our goal right there. You can see it. And one last Garm because, of course. And a Path of Stars. And a Cloud of Darkness. Hi, Cloud of Darkness. How are you doing? We are the Cloud of Darkness. Yes, okay. I mean, you can try to bring us to the void. It's probably not going to work. In fact, I'm pretty sure. All right, let's see here. Oh, and yep, Warriors of Darkness. Mm-hmm. Yep, and they're gonna charge the cloud and poof. Well, you guys were asleep for 1,000 years and now you woke up and... Yep. Wow, they actually destroyed the Dark Crystals. I mean, the Dark Crystals were still there last time, so I guess they were linked to the crystals, and when they sacrificed themselves, oh, whatever. Anyway, this is the Cloud of Darkness. We're probably going to want to kill the one on the left. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to want to start this fight by getting Protect up and beating up that tentacle on the left. Because, yeah. The tentacles here have... I don't know how many hit points they have, actually. Cast Protect on that one, which is a weird choice. Ow, lightning. And yeah, this is a fight where you get a bunch of people acting against you all at once, which is why it kind of sucks. We're going to keep... heck, I've got 6 shurikens. Let's have some fun, shall we? Well... didn't even do 9,999 damage. I am disappointed. Anyway, we want to get that tentacle on the left. Very dead. Okay, left tentacle is dead. Keep in mind that since this thing can go twice per turn, it can do some pretty nasty stuff. I think if we're really unlucky, it can do its screen nuke. Alright, so I'm not even going to fight the tentacle on the other side. I'm going to risk a Protect on you. Interesting. Apparently in the NES version, the physical attacks of this thing actually ignore defense. You can haste yourself, I don't care. Not gonna bother me none. I don't know if she's gonna use Particle Beam while one of the tentacles is still alive. And I don't think in the NES version you can even leave them alive and still deal damage to her. By the way, she's got like 150,000 hit points. So... this will not be an overly long fight, but it will be a fairly long one. She might have a hit point trigger that determines when she starts to use Particle Beam. I'm not 100% certain on that. That'll do max damage. I could have the Dragoon jump to make sure he can't be hit most of the time. Oh, there's Particle Beam. Incoming pain. Oh yeah, that was delightful. We are now in a race against time. Now, the biggest thing here is if she goes before my white mage, we die. We die real bad. But if she does not go before the white mage, we're okay. And if she physical attacks the knight, we're actually really good off, because she won't do that much damage. Yeah, that wasn't going to do you a lot of good there. Tentacle, by the way, that I'm not attacking, is immune to physical attacks. Go figure. Might be a good reason to... Oh, you missed? You missed? Oh well, doesn't matter. Boss fight over. She is hard, by the way. If you come in here under-leveled and you can't survive her particle beam attacks, you just die. But, yeah. Like, if you're coming in here really low level, make sure you've got turtle shells for everybody so that they can use turtle shell to defend themselves. When I normally come in here, I come in here with a bard and I use the 2 protection songs back and forth, or I use the protection song and the does 9,999 damage to everything song, and whittle her down, and then I switch between the haste song and that protection song. It seems to work fairly well. But yeah, she doesn't have a lot of attacks. She herself physical attacks and does the particle beam. And so if you kill that tentacle that does thunder, or lightning, or whichever what it is, lightning, I guess, you're pretty safe at that point, because the other tentacle spends a lot of time doing nothing, especially when you've got ribbons. So yeah, not too bad. I was a little over leveled. I think normally I fight her at like level 57-ish to be able to just tank the main hit. You definitely want a healer. I'm sure you can do it without a healer. I don't recommend it unless you're a lot better at this game than I am, which is completely feasible. I never claim to be good at any games. And we have to click through a little dialogue here. Everyone! That's dark, yep. We could definitely do it. Yep, we've definitely won. Yep, we definitely succeeded. It is absolutely killing me that, yeah. I don't know where that chest is. Oh well. And we get to fly around automatically. No monsters. Yay! Which is weird, because percentage-wise, I had all the chests. Right? Progress check. Progress check 6. 98% chest open. Well, I can check when we get back in. But I don't know. I don't know why we didn't get it. I thought we would have. So here's our ending scene. I don't think you guys are going to be alive if we need to save the world again. You're already pretty old. Well, drop off our next person. So that went pretty well. I was actually expecting that fight to be a lot more difficult. I'm not certain if I am going to do the Iron Giant. I looked at how much time it's going to take to level up high enough to have a reasonable time of beating him. And honestly, he goes 4 times per turn, hits really hard, only ever does physical attacks, and can hit your entire party with a single swing. I mean, basically just get to high level, switch to Onion Knight after level 93, equip double shields on everybody, go to the back row, and since Onion Knights can use every spell, and if you've leveled their levels up enough, their job level up enough, which you should definitely have done by the time you hit level 93 on a normal character, even if you're going black belt for most of that on the way up. Yeah, just nuke them from orbit and heal as needed. You could use all white and black magic as an Onion Knight, so just have someone who's a healer and have somebody have everybody else just nuke him with flare, basically. So I may or may not come back and do the giant. I don't mind fighting the super bosses generally, but that one's just needless grinding. So much grinding. So anyway, I should probably talk about my opinions of this game in general. If you couldn't tell by my occasional hatred of the bosses, I don't really like this game. honestly. There was a time when I thought Final Fantasy II, Japanese Final Fantasy II, was the worst of the series. And then Final Fantasy 15 came out, and I think you all got to see me have a little meltdown on that game, which I might replay one day. Try to actually have some skill. Who am I kidding? Skill. Anyway, I might try that one again. But anyway, yeah, I don't like this game. This became my least favorite game when I played through it to record it. And yeah, there's so many things I don't like about it. The fact that there are no in-dungeon saves, the fact that the last dungeon is basically a 2-hour slog to the top, and if you die on the last boss and you don't Alt F4 and take advantage of the autosave feature, welcome to going through all of that again. I mean, you could level your way past it, but which is basically what I did. Shh. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, the class system was okay, but honestly, as pointed out, most of the classes in this game are completely useless, and because of the way the job level system works, it destroys you when you swap classes later on. Especially with the last crystal, right outside the final dungeon. You have no time to get job levels. You can deliberately grind them up, which you can do with some goblins, but we really, I mean, it's just there's some obvious signs here that this was a first attempt. It was flawed. It's not really a fun game, in my opinion, but that's my opinion. And here we have our obligatory romance scene between these two. We kind of knew that this was coming. And there you go with your cat ear outfit. We apparently know what she's into. And I wish our airship could fly this slow if we pressed a button or something, because this thing is unwieldy to control. The airships. Oh yeah, you go through so many airships, and all of them are terrible in their own special way. I like the idea of the Invincible, but it can't fly over low mountains, or high mountains. It can only fly over low mountains, which, coupled with its very slow flight speed, just makes it not that much fun to fly around in. The Nautilus has the opposite problem. It can go over any mountains, it can go underwater, but you move so slow underwater, and there's no reason to stay underwater except to go to a couple of places. Why would you want to use it? And it's fast to the point of being unwieldy. And then of course you've got the Enterprise, which blows up like 20 seconds after you get it, basically. I don't know, the pacing's a little off, I think, as far as your airships. And I think if they had the ability to fly over mountains, it would have been better. Oh, obligatory jealousy moment. You're better off with Princess Sarah. Anyway, so yeah, basically all of the stuff that happened in this game happened better in the next class system game that shows up. And apparently it's now much brighter to the point of washing things out. Oh, well, are the crystals up there? Actually, I think what's happened is the sun might have returned. There was, no sun this entire time. So there you go. Whew, that looks terrible. You did a horrible job filling that screen properly. Oh, because the clouds are on the edge. That's so weird. Anyway, so yeah. We get our end screen. I don't know where I missed a chest. Sorry, folks. I tried real hard to get them all this time, but whatever. I'm not going back through all the dungeons to find it. And, what are you going to have next? The credits? Probably. Probably should have actually read all that stuff they were talking about instead of talking about the end of the game like we didn't have a bunch of credits to go through. We kind of already saw all the credits. Oops, nope. Can't get past this screen. Yep, here's the credits. Oh, here we go. Luneth got to level 62. Art got to level 62. Refia got to 62. Good for Refia. And look, everyone got to 62. Princess Sarah, Sid, yeah, so we're just going to go through the character list. So anyway, other thoughts on the game. Weapon loadout was pretty mediocre for a class game, but that's kind of a weakness of the system in general. Most of their games have that problem. The biggest thing is that there was not a viable endgame solution for all of your characters based on weapons. And that's kind of regrettable. Let's take for example, so the Dragoon had a pretty viable way to end. You know, the Goon Gear and the Holy Lance are pretty powerful. You basically get 2 endgame weapons that way. So no problem. Don't even have to get up to max job level to get his special weapon. But the Ninja, ostensibly one of the most powerful classes in the game, gets the Kunoichi for his second best weapon. You'd be better off with a Dark Knight. A Dark Knight can equip Ragnarok, and could equip the Masamune as well and have 2 endgame weapons. The Knight, of course, could use Excalibur, could use the Ultima weapon to get his 2 endgame combinations, so that's feasible. Black Belts just hit for max damage if you level up their class high enough, so, you know, class grind, you're done. Summoner and Evoker are completely useless in this game. Sage is okay, but you're better off just specializing your magic user. Thief is pointless besides getting gun gear. You just use keys for everything else it does. Geomancer is decent, but who cares? They're Geomancers. And when you get them, the next boss you fight is weak to, basically... Hein has a random element attachment, so since you only get 1 set of elements from Geomancers based on tile set, who cares? Kraken, it actually absorbs one of the damage types that you can do on his tile set. And Goldor, well, actually at that point, you've already gone to the next set of crystals because you beat Kraken. Right. Geomancer's useless. Scholar's so useless. Ranger is good for 1 dungeon, maybe 2. Warrior is useless when you get him. Viking is useless when you get him, because they're not good for endgame at all. Onion Knight is only good if you're going to go to max level. Yeah, I mean, honestly, there's not a lot of use for a lot of the classes. I'm sure I've even missed a few. Oh yeah, Black Magus, or Magus and Black Mage. Magic isn't that strong in this game. You're better off just physically attacking. And there's no charges on physical attacks. Save current level and item data. Oh, I actually can? Oh, that's cool. Shove it in here. I didn't realize that we got to save all that stuff. 3 stars. Okay, I don't know what the 3 stars is for. Loudness. Alright, now I'm morbidly curious. Not Magnet. 99%. Missed one. Somewhere. Don't know where. Don't care. So I forgot that you could actually keep all this stuff. I would have worked on the monsters a little more. Otherwise. Yeah. Alright, my bad. We missed a couple of monsters. These are the 2 dragons. We missed a couple of the boss recolors. And of course, we've beaten all the bosses, except for the Iron Giant, who goes right there. Alright folks, that is going to be it for Final Fantasy III. Thank you if you've watched through the videos thus far. I'm not certain what's coming next. I'm kind of torn between 2 games, which we'll go over when I decide and start one. you'll know what it is. Anyway, till our paths cross again. Have fun. Stay safe, everyone.